Welcome back to my channel. I can't believe it, but it's been 2 years. 2 years since I made a video. And to be quite honest, it's been like a good 2 years for me to actually be doing some paper crafting. So here we are, for now, back with a new project. And you guys must be wondering, where the hell has she been? Can I say that? Well, anyway, where has she been these last 2 years? Well, don't want to spend too much time in this video on that topic. But if people are very interested in me sharing a little bit more, I'll see if I will make a video about that somewhere in the future. But for now, I just want to focus on this project. Like I said, I haven't really been paper crafting for 2 years as well. And I found it really hard to find my way back into it. But when I discovered these collage books by Marta Lapkowska from Maremi Small Art, I got really interested in it. I decided to order, I think I started with 3 of her books, and one of them that I started with was the, no, it was not that one, it was this one. The Little Personas, the industrial book, and I really just started trying out because I have no experience with collage art whatsoever. I just started to play with it, watched a lot of YouTube, joined her Facebook group, just get inspired by other people, and I really enjoyed working with the industrial. And then when she released 3 more industrial books, I straight away had to get them, so I ordered them. And once I got them, I got really inspired, mainly by the Personas book, to make small like collage pieces like you can see over here, and that led to me wanting to make something to keep them safe. So from one thing led to a bit more, and this is where we ended up with. So the books that I've used for the project are all 4 of Maremi's industrial books. So the first one, which is the Little Personas, and then the new ones that are Fashionistas, Personas and More, the Bits and Bobs, use this one a lot, and the Whispers of Industrial Zone. So those are the 4 industrial books, but she has way more, and they're available worldwide on Amazon. So if you wanted to have a look at that, just look at Amazon and just search for Maremi's collage books, and they will most definitely pop up. So let's get into the actual project, right? So I decided to make a box from scratch, and then an accordion style project on the inside of the box. And I've used mainly the collage pieces, but I've added some extra dimensional pieces to it. And I had like this flower die where I cut out in white vellum and in gold. So I've used that throughout the project, and I've used some metal elements that you can see here, some gears. The word was not coming to me. And I had this like metal clock in my stash that I have for years, never used it. But in the Bits and Bobs book, I think it is, we had a page where you have different sizes of clock faces, and it fitted perfectly in here. So I've cut it out. All the things that are mounted, I backed with cardstock before I fuzzy cutted it to make it stronger, because the collage paper is like a more flimsy quality paper, right? But that's because it's made for collaging, so that's what it's for. So I did that here as well, and then with some chipboard underneath to get the height, placed it in there, and that worked out perfectly. So this clock was originally silver, and I used gesso to make it black, and then some gold wax to highlight it. And like this is from Tim Holtz, this metal thing. So I did the same technique there as well. The paper on the sides, I really hope you can't hear the kids because they're playing upstairs and they're being very loud. This is black cardstock, and the paints that I've used in these little pieces, I just used on the cardstock with some bright dry brushing technique. So I used some pink, some white, some gold, and I just dry brushed it and then do some splatters to make my own pattern paper to use on the project as well, so everything would work out really nicely together. So then to the inside we have the accordion fold, and I intend to lift everything up so you can see it a little bit better. Maybe I should just zoom in, but then it's hard to see the whole project, but we'll fix that later. Okay, there we go. So a bit more zoomed in. So this is what I started with, and I use it like canvas, I'm not sure how to pronounce it in English, that I cut to A to Z size, which is 2.5 by 3.5 from the top of my head, I believe. And that when I dry brushed it with black, either acrylic paint or gesso, I think I used gesso in the end, you really see that structure of the canvas through it, and I really like that. So I started with black, and then I added some gold on top, some splatters with the pink and the white, and then I just put my collage pieces on top of that. So I fuzzy cut it for every piece of art that you see. Like here I fuzzy cut it like a little persona, a plant, a light bulb, so that's like the returning elements that you will see, and then like something that is related to nature. So in this case it's a goose and a tulip, and then a little saying to go with it. And there are some imperfection in the canvas, but I think that just adds to the project in this case. So I've been mounting it on black cardstock, and then on some gold that I used like a die with a stitched edge, and then again on black. But the black I used like a pink base, and you see I didn't do anything to the back of it. But the black was really harsh on top of the pink, so I've inked the pink with some black ink. And then what I did with the black cardstock is I diluted some of the pink acrylic paint, and then I've got a really small brush, like a flat brush, like something like this, and I just like dipped that in the paint and then like brushed the sides, and then it like dripped on top of that black cardstock a little bit, so that blends in really nicely with the background there. So that's just a little bit about the techniques that I've used. On this side and on the back I did try to make a little bit more of a collage art, but I'm not happy with all the decisions that I've made here. Like this is like dimensional, where I use like a glue gun. Well, what I've learned from this is that I personally do not like to use a glue gun, but that's alright. Like I've learned from it, and it's not like it's terrible, it's just not 100% what I like, but that's fine. And then another one of those art pieces, and you can change this out for a photo mat, right? I am working on a tutorial, which I will give you a little bit of a sneak peek, where I'm using actually photos in this project. So it doesn't have to be for this, it can be for anything, right, that you choose. So then I have a piece here. So this is, again, I've made that myself with the same techniques as I used on the black cardstock, but this is like the white cardstock base, and just use different colors to dry brush and to do splatters. And then this is a dragonfly that is out of the Bits and Bobs books as well, that I've mounted and again added some detail. And this is actually, I put it on vellum, and looking around in the meantime, but I only have this. I don't think that will fit, but maybe I can just go like that. This is actually a belly band, so I can place like a tag or something behind it if I want to. For now I decided to just leave it and just highlight the dragonfly there. Then again, one of those pieces that I've made before putting it in the project, and another one. So I tried to mix it up a little bit between boys and girls that I have been using, because I'm really intending to use the girls more than the boys that I can find in the books, but that's alright. I'm trying to be more aware of it and actually select some boys as well. Then a mechanical butterfly, same as with the dragonfly. Again, this is on vellum and it's a belly band. And then the last one is again a piece of art, and a little mistake that I made here. I forgot to take into account that there is an edge on my box, so I cannot fold it over, but I fixed that in the other one. So and then again a little bit like what I just did in the beginning, where I'm not 100% happy with it, but it's, you know, it's nice. So this is the project that I've made it and started out with. I will zoom out a little bit so you can see a bit of a better overview of the whole project. So that might be a little bit better. So this is like the whole thing in one go. And like I said, I did not do anything with the bag, because these pieces are quite heavy, and I felt it was going to be too heavy if I did the back as well. But you know, if you're doing photos or you keep it simple, you absolutely can do the back as well, and you can pull it out towards the other side. So that's another thing that I've changed in the other project, is because I have my ribbon here. You intend to pull it that way, right? But it's actually intended to go in the opposite direction. So I don't mind, but I give you an option in the other one to to do that differently. So with a little sneak peek of what I've been doing for my tutorial. So this is one for photos where you can see that I've made a few changes and you can place photos in here. So videos for that, I'm working on it. And yeah, this is the project that I wanted to share with you. I hope you like it. And if you want to make something like this for yourself, I am showing you how to make the box and the base. Not so much this. So if you are into this collage artwork and you would like to know how I did this particularly, please let me know in the comments, and then I will definitely do a quick video on the techniques that I did to create these little pieces. So I'm happy to do that, but to create a whole new project like this literally takes a long time, and definitely if you have to film it. So I went for a slightly simpler version, but also to show you the different possibilities for the project, right? So I hope you like it. If you do, please come back for the tutorial that will follow, and hopefully for more projects in the near future. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.